Okay, guys, so for today, I'm going to be doing a deck review, and I'm going to be reviewing the Cosmic Vibes Oracle deck by Keisha Jewart. I hope I'm saying that right. And I'm going to link her YouTube channel in the description below so you guys can check it out yourself. She's got a whole bunch of videos on this deck on her channel. So Keisha is somebody who I have actually done some spiritual work with for a couple years, and I really was excited about her deck that's coming out, and so I wanted to review it for you guys. So let's just do it. And in the future, I hope to be able to get her on and do an interview as well. So the way that I do decks when I get new decks is I always open them. And before I even look at the cards, before I even look at the guidebook or anything, what I do is I always shuffle the cards and I ask for a card that's going to be my card in this deck. So it's usually a card that kind of indicates to me that either if I'm doing a reading, I am on the right track, or just kind of a general card that lets me know what this deck is supposed to do for me. In other words, what kind of readings I could do for it, what it's going to read for me personally, and just kind of a personalized card in the deck. It's a good way to get a good connection with your deck right off the bat. So I'm going to shuffle these around a little bit because they're brand new. So one more shuffle. Good shuffle. I think it's a good one. Okay. So as you guys always know, I do 3 taps. That's for the subconscious, the conscious, and the superconscious to come together and to read for me. So show me truth, show me truth, show me truth. And I'm going to pull a card. Do it alone. Your ancestors and spirit guides will support you on this solo journey. That feels very true to me. So that kind of tells me that the deck should be more about my spiritual journey for myself. And maybe it's a good deck to read for other people that way as well. This makes sense to me because right now I am definitely having a lot of alone time. Even though it's the summer, I'm dealing with some health issues. So I've been spending a lot of time alone and I haven't been able to be as socially active as I'd like to be. But the plus side of that is that I've been able to be doing a lot of soul searching and spiritual work with myself. So this card does really resonate with me. It's a beautiful card. I love her dress, and she's sitting on a rock kind of out in the water, and I just think that's really good because it's definitely makes me think of self-reflection. Water makes me think of the emotional self, the psychological self, subconscious, and the superconscious self. I can't tell if that's another stone under her feet, that she's got her kind of feet placed in under the water and there's a stone under it, looks like, which is kind of cool because it has to do, I think, for me anyways, with like grounding the self. And basically making sure you're grounded before you do that work and making sure you're grounded in some kind of natural resonance. For me, that would be water or earth. So this card really, really resonates with me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually look up the card in this cool guidebook. So let's see. Do it alone. So this is what it says in the guidebook about the Do It Alone card. It says, solitude is needed in this moment. Time alone will allow you to clear your thoughts and accomplish what you must on your own. You will be protected and guided by the spirit realm the whole way. And again, this really resonates with me. I also feel like the reason why I'm supposed to be doing some stuff by myself right now is I feel like if I hadn't have pulled back from my path, then I think I would have made some mistakes as far as some choices I was making. And sometimes what the universe does when we're going forward at an exceptional rate and we need to pull back a little bit so that we can really think about our choices, is they can kind of work through our body in different ways. Which usually shows up as illness, health issues, or even just fatigue or anything of that matter that will make you kind of step back and like really think about your choices. And that's what's happening to me, definitely. So I resonate with this card. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw 2 more cards to kind of make it a full reading for myself, just to kind of play around with the cards a bit. And then we'll kind of look over the cards themselves. I will do a full flip through at the end for you guys. You can see all the cards. And I'll talk a little bit about what I think about the deck. I know a lot of other channels, when they do this type of thing, they open the deck and they show the cards and they show the box and they show the guidebook first. But so I'm trying to do this in like a more organic way, like as if I myself had gotten the deck, which I did, and I was going to just use it for whatever. And I wasn't making a video. First, I would open the deck, then I would pull my personal card, and then I would probably do a quick reading just to see how the cards felt. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So the first card is the situation card for me. So my situation is that I'm doing things by myself, I'm spending some time alone, and I'm dealing with health issues because I need to. So the next card is the advice to me about how to go about this, or some possible things that I need to know more as far as clarification. Let's see here, guys. We have a numbers card, 1111. Spiritual awakening, new beginning, and dream manifestation are near. I really resonate with this as well because I feel like I've been manifesting like crazy lately. Now that I've kind of taken a step back from what I thought it was that I wanted and really kind of did some soul searching, I've been able to really work with my manifestation rituals and my manifestation stuff and really be able to bring some prosperity into my life as well as heal myself. So this card does really speak to me. Let's see what the guidebook says about this card. This is what it says. I'm going to have to take off my glasses for this one. This number is being revealed to you as a sign from your guides. The number signifies the start of something new. It is a symbol of good fortune and positive vibes ahead by the way of your dreams and manifestations. It can also be an indication of your spiritual awakening and a call from your guides to pay more attention to your spiritual journey and where it's taking you. So again, once I was able to kind of step back and stop trying to kind of bulldoze ahead on my own path and just like figure out why there were all these obstacles along the way, I realized it was because I needed to take care of myself. But I was also making plans based on fear of different things in my life. And when you make plans based on fear, it's not a good time to make plans. And also, I was being very wishy-washy. I couldn't decide which path I wanted to go. And when that happens, if you're kind of not sure and things keep going back and forth, and even in your own, mind, heart, and soul, you just keep going back and forth with your choices, that's usually a good indication that you do need to kind of pull back and take some time before you make a choice. And I did do that. Because of that, I was able to catch some health issues that could have been a lot more concerning if I hadn't caught them earlier. So now I'm working on the manifestation part of it, manifesting healing, manifesting prosperity, so that when I am ready to finally make those decisions, I will have the tools to make them. So I'm going to draw the final card, and this is kind of a future card. Like what the future has to show me or things that I might want to be aware of. So far, I like this reading, and I really like the cards. They're really pretty. Animals. The animals you see are signs and guidance from your spirit realm. So that is interesting because just before I started making this video, I opened the window to let some air in here, and there was a little crow hopping on the ground. And that's very interesting because I've been working a lot with a crow energy this past few months and the crow messenger. So that is very interesting. So I'm paying attention to not only the crow, I'm paying attention to the animals, I'm paying attention to the messages that they're bringing me. So this card does really speak to me. Also, what it makes me think of is the do it alone can be kind of a sad or a melancholic journey. And sometimes we feel alone if we don't have other humans around us as much. But to me, I feel just as connected to the animals recently, and they're kind of being my friends and guiding me. So I don't feel so alone. So this card does really speak to me. So let's see what the guidebook says about the animals card. It's one of the last cards in the book. It says, pay close attention to what animals make their presence known to you. These animals are signs from spirit that are bringing guidance and messages you need. You may also find that you have a deep connection with a particular animal and your soul's journey for spiritual guidance. Significance. That's interesting because, again, I am working with the crows around here, and I've been working a lot with the crow energy. So that's very interesting. So the crow's trying to guide me. So I kind of see the crows as a male version of the raven. That's kind of how I look at them, because a lot of times when I work with animal messengers, it kind of guides me in regards to what to do with certain people in my life. So for me, crows have always been male ravens. So that's very interesting for me. I think that has to do with the connectiveness I feel to certain males on this earth, spiritual brothers, and my relationships with them and what I'm supposed to continue to do with them spiritually. So this reading does really speak to me. And it is interesting that a lot of those decisions I was trying to make had to do with working with some of those people. So I think this is really a good reading. I really like the cards. They're very vibrant and beautiful. Does it say she had an artist, or did she do the deck herself? It says all rights. Yeah, it says all rights, Keisha Jewett. So I think she did the artwork herself. We'll have to ask her about that if I get an interview with her. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually show you the box. Here's the box. And of course, she signed it for me. Me and Keisha have done numerous readings for each other, as well as some spiritual work together. So yeah, it's a really good, sturdy box. It's kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever noticed a box before that had this kind of soft feel to it. I really like that. And here's the top of the box. I really like that moon. Really like that moon. Not sure what card that is, if it's a moon card, but I really, really like it. She has, on the back of the box, she does have 2 websites. So I'm going to link those with her channel in the description below. So if you guys are interested in watching some of her videos, she's an amazing reader, and she has created a very interesting and unique deck. So the guidebook, again, it has that really soft feel. I'm going to have to ask her what cardstock she used, because this is really nice. And I would consider using this kind of finish, this soft finish, for some of my own decks that I'm working on. The guidebook is pretty simplistic. It gives a basic first paragraph, and then it just gives you the meanings of the cards. So it's very simplistic, but I don't mind that, because with Oracle decks, I feel like they need to be more interpretive anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick flip through for you guys. And I'll just read the name of the card, and then I'll show it to you. So this is for anyone who's interested in ordering the deck. This is a flip through of all the cards. So this is just a quick view of what you're going to get. This is a really good way to decide if you want to purchase a deck. A lot of times, if I see a deck online or I see a deck in a shop and I'm not sure if it's for me, I'll actually go on my phone and I'll just look up flip throughs on YouTube and quickly watch a flip through just to see the cards. And it helps a lot whether or not I should purchase a deck, because a lot of times we see decks and we like that first card on the front, or we like some of the images on the box, but we're not sure what we're going to get inside. So going through a flip through on YouTube is to actually see what's inside the box. Okay, so here we go. And I'm going to show you the ones I drew as well. So again, there's Do It Alone. One to one, one, one. Animals. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask her what digital art she worked with, because that's really, I just like the vibrance of it. Lots of animals there too. I like that. Lots of animals I've worked with. Ooh, and I love the way the tree is knotted like that. Yeah, that's really cool. 5555. I wonder if she used different women for the images on these cards. That'd be another question I would ask her. New moon. Oh, I love the moon phases in that one. Nature. Wow, that's really good. It's like she made the woman the tree. Abundance and gifts. I like that one too. I like all of these. The ideas are simplistic, but sometimes that is the way to go. Birth chart. I like that one too. Spirit guide warning. Interesting. Divination tools. Boy, I like that. The diviner has some runes, some tarot cards, and a crystal ball. I wonder if that's her, because it kind of looks like her. Spirit says, I like that. The sunflowers, the sun. Full moon. So it is the moon card. Full moon. I really like that. That's one of my favorite moon cards I've ever seen, because she's part of the moon. She's so relaxed with it and just like almost like completely giving herself up to it. Heart's desire. I love the clothes that the women are wearing in these. They're really cute clothes. Detox. That's what I'm doing right now, guys. Doing a lot of healthy healing, a lot of changing of my diet so that I can fix some health issues and trying to be, as healthy inside as I am spiritually. Spirit says, this says the answer to the question is no. So I wonder if that other one, yeah, it is. I was right. The answer to your question is yes. I like that. I like that it's finite in a sense. And I think it shows some real confidence in her deck that she'll put cards in there that are like that. So that's really neat. Spirit says, no. Listen. I love yeah, that's good. That's really good. Fertility. Makes me think of the Empress. Heavy burdens. I love the way she did this. Wow. And the earth is so, yeah, it's just really good. It's really good. Dream time. I work a lot in the dream time. That's the dream time space. Did a lot of dream work with Keisha as well. I think she's an amazing dreamer and an amazing oracle. Overthinking. That's a good card. That's a good concept to have in a deck. Altar work. Truth revealed. Recharge. Yeah, I like that one too. Well, first I thought, she only had women as subjects in this, but she doesn't. She also has male energy, which I think is really cool. I also like that she has a lot of different symbolisms, like the symbolism in the back behind this gentleman. It's a lot of detail. A lot of detail. Shadow work. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that the shadow in this it's not just dark, it's not just shadowy, but it has flecks of light, which is kind of acceptance and learning that there are flecks of light in our shadow and that it's not necessarily a bad thing and that we can incorporate it into ourselves and become whole. Oh, this might be one of my favorites besides that moon, and this is empath. I love the way she put the thing in her hand that kind of emulates just a lot, I guess, holding the moon, holding the truth, holding that flow, holding the divine energy. Really like that. Honor yourself. Yeah. Be kind of a badass, right? Honor yourself. Raise the vibration. Yeah, I like that one. Leap of faith. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Addictions. That's good. My addiction card is absinthe. I like the way that she did the wine, pizza, hamburgers, sweets. These are like all things I can no longer have because of my health issues. I understand this really well. Very well. Confirmation. That's always a good thing to get, right? Confirmation. Trust your intuition. I really like the close on this one too. I really like the close on a lot of these. I feel like there was a lot of thought gone into the detail, and I have a feeling that some of these things mean things I don't even understand. So if I did interview her, I'd probably pick a few cards and ask her more about the cards and the symbolism and the clothing and what it all means. Mm, this is good. Cosmic power, manifestation, cosmic power. Wow, I like that. That's awesome. Good news. Third party. It kind of makes me think of like the Three of Swords. Yeah, that's very good. I like that. Toxic connection. Yeah, trauma bonding. Past issues. Love. I like that it's the sun and the moon, the soul and Luna. I love the purple brightness in the background of this. I think this is probably one of the most visually stunning ones of the whole deck. I think the graphic composition is really good in this one. Third eye. Yeah, it's when you're being like activated or when you're channeling or when you're having some downloads or something. That's what I think of when I see that card. Really good. Manifest quietly. Oh, that makes me think of my death card. Don't let anybody know what you're doing. Do it on your own. Keep it quiet. Closure. I feel like I'm going through a lot of that lately. But I like this card, the way that she has closure, but like the background, there's this whole universe going on. This whole cosmos. And then it's almost like you have the entire cosmos at your fingertips. So it's almost like saying, it's almost like that famous saying of, one door doesn't close without another one opening. Well, this one makes me think of like one door doesn't close without the cosmic universe opening. And sometimes that can only happen if we have closure because we're keeping ourselves from those opportunities. Message from spirit. Oh, that's sweet. Somebody watching over you. I really like that. Very childlike too. The lady on the swing. Soul's purpose. Oh, I really like this one. I like the girl's what she's wearing. Again, the composition on this one is really good too. Spirit bath or spiritual bath. Spiritual bath. Oh, I could use one of those right now. Yeah, we forget sometimes that, spiritual baths are divination, are rituals within themselves, and the things that you put in the water and the things that you put around and things can become a ritual, a very strong healing ritual. So this is really good. I love the flowers in the bathtub. And finally, incantation magic. This makes me think of spoken spells. We speak our truths because we speak our spells. Yeah, and also what's really cool about this too is their sound waves. So she's really got that spoken magic down. Okay, so wow, these are really cool. These are really neat. So here is the backs, you guys. A lot of symbolism there. Again, so the cards themselves, again, they don't have the exact soft feel of this, but they're kind of like, they do have a softness that I really like. I'm not sure what that is, if that's matte or what have you, but they're thick. They're definitely thick enough. I don't feel like they're going to wear too easily. You can shuffle them over like this, like I do sometimes. As far as a quick shuffle, let's see, I'll show you guys. Let's see if I pull this back just a little bit so I can't really see that. Yeah, it gives it kind of a flow. It's more of that, like, kind of dropping them into each other shuffle. Not so much a I'm sure after you use them for a while, you can get a stronger shuffle if you want. But that's also me. I don't normally do really super intense shuffles. I usually have them fall into each other. And then I'll also do the method where it's, like this. Yeah, they do have like a real softness to them, the cardstock that I really like. It reminds me of a kind of a lesser version of the guidebook and the box. It's almost like the box has the most of it. Oh no, the guidebook does. It has a really soft. I really like that. And the cards themselves kind of have that too, but not as strong. Because I feel like if it was exactly like this, it might be hard to shuffle them because it would be like this, right? So I feel like that was a choice for a reason. So yeah, I really like this deck. I think it's really neat. I think it'd be really good for questions about relationships. I think it'd be really good for questions about the self, like especially with like shadow work, like working with your shadow, working with your own unconscious, working with projecting, working with the ego, not only your own self and your own thoughts, but your connection to others and how those thoughts affect you in the real world, affect you in relationships, affect you in the choices that you make. Plus, they give some really good guidance because there's the yes and no cards and there's the confirmation card. So sometimes it's as easy as that. And sometimes we need that. So I really like this deck. I'm going to see if Keisha will do an interview with me in the very near future so we can talk more about the deck. But I really wanted to get this video done because in all honesty, I want it to be authentic. I wanted you guys to be viewing me, seeing it for the first time, which you are. I have seen online as far as her doing some readings with the deck, but I have not seen full deck. And I opened this up and did it right in front of you guys, as well as looked at the cards in front of you guys and pulled my first 3 cards and my personal card in front of you guys. So I wanted you guys to get that so that I could start using the deck. So anyways, I'll be doing some more videos like these in the future with reviews, as well as interviews with other practitioners and other deck creators. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. And as always, divine and dream deeply.